Tío, ponía 6 viewers. I m'he caído. I m'ha ido a la mierda. Si fas connexió manual de BS, recorda que has de posar red. Uf. I depèn de com et pot anar millor la de Marsella que les dues de Madrid. Ara no sé ni què és lo de la connexió manual. Però vaja, que el problema continua sent... Ay, joder, padre. Buah, ya te he callado, lo siento. ¿Seguís aquí? Creo que sí. Anem a ensenyar-li la media teta al Ferran. Pues veus, aquesta. Que por no lleva pantalones, lleva una venda, también, ¿vale? O sea... ¿Vale? Y la part de dalt, pues también, lleva una venda. Y se queda tan ancha. Debe ver a rayos esta chica. Mi gustar. Sí, acabamos de volver. És pirotècnica. I després deia, los furros, pa furros, tenemos varias opciones. Tenim a Dilla, que es pelo, no son orejas, pero lleva el pelo puesto como si fueran orejas. ¿Vale? Pero luego, bueno, tenemos al niño lobo, que es un niño pero lo criaron los lobos, pero no, tampoco tiene pinta de furro. Sucros sí que té orelles de pelito de animaló, ¿vale? Por ejemplo. Esta es un gato, pero es una niña, así que la dejaremos en paz. Esta me daría también orejas, pero de pelo. Esta tiene cuernos porque es otro tipo de ser. Aquesta també podria ser un furro, pero también es una niña. Pero ¿ves? Pero es un traje, ¿eh? No es suya la cola. Pero luego... Este es el rey de los furros, yo creo. Estamos aquí. Esta ya sabes que es mi waifu, Kina. La de las vendas. La primera. La Yoimilla. Pa furro, Tainari, tete. La gata maula. Ah, vale, sí, la Dillas. Mira, veus? Mira el furro este, com se cuida les orejas. I quan es mulla, quan plou, et diu que li aplica a la seva cua un aceite de esto para que se seque en nada. Y luego tenemos al otro furro, ¿me lo he pasado? Aquí. Luego tenemos a este otro furro. ¿Ves? Que també té orelles. Y també té cua. ¿El otro? ¿Qué otro? Que yo os leo tarde, entended. No solo porque yo estoy despistada, sino porque esto va con lag. Y després tenim aquesta noia ja per acabar con los furros, Que esta, aparte de tener 2 colas, mira quins peus. De peus de gat. Esta es la super furra. Se convierte en caja gato. O sea que también te digo. Es la repartidora. Que está, es el Uber de Teyvat. No hay no furros. Mira, que esta sí que la tengo. Aquí hay de todo, para todo el mundo. O sea, que esta también de orellas. Digo, me dejo a alguien, claro, esta, que tiene orejas y cola de gato. Pero el hermano no. Que tan gemelos igual no son, ¿eh? Pero bueno. Esta es muy mona. Sí, Lynette es muy cookie. A ver, todos son muy cookies en realidad. Hoy es el cumpleaños de este chico. Bueno. Chico, antiguo... Buah, la historia de este también es muy tocha. Y el nombre se lo pones tú. En realidad se llama Wanderer. Pero tú se lo puedes cambiar. Lo puedes bautizar porque... Bueno, por la historia. Té pantalons de col·legial. Si és que acaba de néixer, pràcticament. Aquí es una historia muy grande, muy gorda y muy loca y muy tocha. Tú no me caes bien, Farusan. Pero a ver, si no hi ha més furros ja no tenim. Pon mi waifu. La waifu del Ferran és la Dilla. Que malament ha sonat això. És una mercenària, a més, O sea... ¡Hostia, Dilla! ¡Hostia, yo no había visto eso! ¿Te estás maquillando? What is this, Dilla? El que lleva el que bailaba otro ritmo, ese es... Bryce, que tampoco le tengo todavía. Este es el que va diferente. Este es nuevo también. Bueno, es más nuevo que la otra. Míralo, míralo ahí, con las esposas. Mi juzgando. Ala, tots servits. Este es el cancerbero de Meropide. Li han aprimat una mica les cames o sóc jo? Diria que li han aprimat una mica les cames. Porque se habían pasado quizá con todos los otros tíos que tenían que tienen piernecicas de fideo, ¿ves? Piernecicas de fideo. Bueno, claro, este no porque no se le ven aquí, ¿no? Pero... Piernecicas de fideo. Incluso este señor tiene piernecicas de fideo. Aunque no se le vean mucho, pero son piernecicas de fideo. Fíjate, Dori, lleva un vibrador mágico incorporado. Aparece cuando lo deseas. ¡Ah, joder! ¡Al puny! Madre mía. Qué bruto, ¿no? Sí que ya han fet una mica més primes les cames. Uy, tampoco me había fijado. ¿Qué se supone que es esto? Que esta línea gris puja fins aquí. O sea, si esto es la clavícula, esta línea que atraviesa por el medio. Aquella és dels meus preferits. Este mola mucho. A mí aquest senyor m'encanta. Es la cicatriz de cuando transicionó Husbando. Vale. Don't get frostbite. Este es de mis preferidos. Ya me pega también. Así que... Bueno, sí, claro, todos pegan si los buildeas bien. El señor Ayato también mola amor, Perdoneu-me que us digui. Pero sí, que ya me puede más. Además este bebé bubble tea de mierda de ese. En fin. Yeah, what were we saying?
Have you ever seen a fireworks show, Mr. Morris? It's pretty amazing.
Mira, pues además que esta perspectiva, amigo.
I'm afraid I haven't, but I'll take your word for it.
¿No tenéis fuegos artificiales en Fontaine?
I was thinking, if this film turns out to be a success, of course, I'll definitely...
I'd be more than happy to, Mr.
Thank you for the offer, Mr. Xavier. But I've made some plans to go on a journey.
Is that so? Well, then in that case, bon voyage,
A ver, Furina, ¿qué te pasa?
Farina!
Las voces graves. Me he tragado Waifu Aloy, pero tiene trampas, sí, perquè tu no has vist la Aloy aquesta d'aquí. Bueno, sí que l'has vist, clar, no serà la Aloy d'aquí, oi?
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator.
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the end of it. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!"
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful in your dreams? We've been through so
clar
much
que és
together,
dimecres.
and that's how your brain remembers me?
Sí, posa't, si t'hi vols posar ara, també.
That's not Paimon's fault.
Anyway, what's most important is that we've wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that will take first. Hey, no need to mention...
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
Yep. El Simón 2. A mí me gusta lo que es una gata con el pelo largo y morado claro. Una gata con el pelo largo y morado claro. Que en tu honor lo jugaremos total.
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention.
Perquè si poses usant Spanish, també són en Spanish. I són horribles.
But just imagine! Farina
O sea, que era de mi honor, ha sido para quedar bien.
and holding a Farina statue.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
A ver, un momento. Es una gata con el pelo largo y morado claro. Esta no tiene el pelo morado. El pelo morado me viene... ¿Tichín? No. Ya, esta no. Esta tampoco tiene el pelo morado. La usas tú, vale, entonces tiene que ser Kechin. Esta, ¿no? Ah, no, pero tiene el pelo gris. Bueno, pero sí que podría ser morado. Claro, yo mucha gente no uso, ¿eh? Más. Esta es. Es la primera que me... Cuando has dicho es una gata que tiene el pelo largo, morado y claro y que te gusta, la primera que me ha venido a la cabeza es esta. ¡Kechín! ¡Kechín! Es muy guay también. La niña Electro. Y también va prou ben vestida. La buildeé hace poco. Si la hubiera buildeado antes me hubiera pillado...
Whenever you need me.
Como pillé sus pantalones, pero me hubiera pillado su vestido quizá en vez de sus pantalones. Si hubiera sabido que me iba a gustar tanto.
been going?
Everything went rather smoothly. Thank you for your concern.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange events. So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the Yashiro Commission.
Hey, what había de ver de
that's
Yashiro Commission?
Then maybe Paimon will be able to find Fontaine detective novels in Inazuma from now on. Oh, wait. Wouldn't Yaimiko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing some of her business. You've got a point. She's always complaining that light
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of gourmet cuisine, toy making, and artisan craftsmanship.
Qué bonito eres.
Wow, Paimon's getting super excited now.
When the time comes, be sure to visit and participate in all the events.
Don't worry. It won't be long before we're back again.
Chiori!
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of big social occasions?
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if...
But why today of all days? No, it's nothing. We've already...
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Hijo, váyase cuando usted
Judging by
quiera.
how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight.
Sí, los
Is
retos
there
están súper
something that you still have to
divertidos,
take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Oh no! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? Well, that's, truly a pity.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me?
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't pretty, please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime
But...
It's okay, just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
Necesito badallar
The warehouse
también.
is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's
¿Qué
probably
coño?
because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
Ah, vale. Estoy en un special thing, un senyor. Però no puc anar parlant amb ell. Soy yo y Milla. Mira, voleu que tirem petardos? Hola, señor.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get
Estás
roped into
desesperado.
this? What was that?
Digamos que es una trampa para...
Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end,
to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Elisa's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Elisa to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She'd force my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Elisa's murder.
Huh?
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
Wait, what's going on? This wasn't in the script.
Un rescatadís, un hola sobaquillo, pegar un tiro.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Ah, Veronique no me la esperaba, ¿eh?
Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
Because you don't need to turn like him. Revenge is not good. It's never good.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth. But this last part is all improv, of course.
Shivras, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything about the Second Musketeer.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now. Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside. Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it.
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there. With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now is the most practical move.
All right. I'll talk. I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her.
Vale, quan acabi shoving.
We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant.
Sempre pilla mierda de esta quan...
And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
You could have just said
She
no.
believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of Mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby. But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought that...
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
There's always a choice.
No. You always had a choice.
See?
You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a Musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
You...
I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way. I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got? He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life.
You can know how to fire a gun, but not how to assemble it, Cerberus?
Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So,
Bit of a
I
thin
decided to play
argument.
along.
Base that on.
And as expected, the second Musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expect.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
As for the identity of the second Musketeer, I assumed they'd probably... And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain.
Because I don't want to be like him.
You know what he has
What
done.
can you understand?
Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Meripede?
Killing him myself? Yeah.
I will never be able to
Live
forget
like a
the
king with
feeling
no
of my
son,
mother's
you
cold,
know?
lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair?
No.
Is this what you call justice?
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in his head.
So why don't you?
Because I don't want to be like him.
Because that should never be how justice is Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris. And tomorrow, his children may come for you. The
Yeah.
world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge, as well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Meripede.
Chevros, the rest of the Special Patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
Well,
I know.
don't need you to agree.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
Chevros.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew. Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something like this?
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
Dijeron que lo iban a
Well,
hacer,
what should
pero...
we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
No sé. Igual como ya tienen el manga
What do
de
you
momento y
mean?
tienen mucha feina con
Shouldn't you
esto.
be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that still acceptable to you, Miss Chevros?
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life.
Yeah.
Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris, if I had to guess. They'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
What kind of heads up, Chiori?
Exactly.
Ahem. All right, then the matter's settled. Now that everything's been taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post. You should join us, Chevros. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right. Count me in.
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with Chevros.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with the two of you. Thank you very much.
Just when you want to finish and go to sleep, they start the endless talking.
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation. Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes? Is that so? Well, thanks for sharing. When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Porque te ahogas,
Because the
Paimon.
moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision.
Hola.
One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in. I cried and
No,
begged
hombre,
my father to
se acaba,
spare me
están
from having to
parlant
swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water. The
Qué
bone-chilling
majo.
cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that, nor have I ever cried again.
Oh, jolín,
That way of
Bruce.
teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone. It's just that, working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
Shivers.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves.
I feel you, Bruce.
Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
You guys go ahead. Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
Ara ja sí, no? Oh, m'estic dormint. Have a swimming contest, no. Ens n'anem a veure al Ferran. ¿Por qué me salen chispitas? No puc sortir? ¿Estoy en una mierda de esas especiales? Bueno, es igual. Vamos a enrollar la Chevrolet esta, ¿no? Anem a ver al Ferran. ¿Vas a hacer más? Sí, vamos a intentarlo otra vez. Raid Channel. El que passa que no sé per què, si jo li dono a Raid Channel, els canals que jo segueixo, que m'hauries de sortir i no em surts mai, com si estiguessis en directe. Start Raid. Joder, 80 segundos, ¿en serio? No, cancel no. Acelera. A mission que no es una mission. No, es una cosa, un rollo como cosa especial, ¿ves? Que no sé por qué me salen chispitas. Que només porto aquesta i aquesta.
Stop right there!
I segur que hi ha una zona que no puc sortir d'aquesta zona, saps? Com abans, que hi havia la paret aquella. Pobrecitos, son tan graciosos. Mira cómo se ha quedado. No, si ja sabia que no us mataria. Veus? Ara m'he sortit de la zona. «15 segons, nens. Y nos vamos de raid. Recién Spines.
Sorry for the wait.
No. Bueno, és igual. Ah, vale. 0 segons. Raid complete.